I built a new game for the summer because you can never have enough of those to entertain guests. It's called a Drinko and opens bottles in a cool way. You want one too? Follow me and lass uns anfangen.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand.
As you can tell, yes, I'm back in my workshop in Las Vegas for a bit. It's a little messy in here and I still have not fully moved back in, but the project is simple enough to start with. I did not take my miter saw with me, so we'll have to build my project without. To cut the pieces to size, I'm using my skill saw. I started by cutting the pieces for the frame. I'm already so annoyed by the fact that I actually left my miter saw behind. I don't know what I was thinking. Then I used the table saw to cut grooves so the back panel can sit in. Those are the grooves where the back panel will sit in. Then I cut the same grooves in the other two pieces of the frame. I also cut little grooves in the side pieces, wide enough so the acrylic panel can slide in. Once I had the pieces for the frame cut, I went on to rip the back panel into the correct dimensions. I used my miter saw sled to do some fine tuning on the frame pieces. I had to cut them a little tiny bit shorter. Once all the pieces were cut, it's time to do some sanding. How boring can sanding be, right? So like always, let's have some fun with it.
Eso me calma, yo lo sé bien. Tú bien lo sabes. Tú bien lo sabes. Oh, con bebé. No van a decir que tiene. Baila veo por cienes. Con mi baby. Oh, con bebé. Amigo que no tiene. No hace falta Chanel para sentirte.
Okay, and that should be enough sanding. Then I noticed I forgot to cut the small divider pieces for the bottom of the game. I did that using my table saw sled again. I engraved the plexiglass using my laser engraver. It's very simple to do since there's a preset setting. And once I had all the pieces cut and sanded, it was time to assemble. The plexiglass slides right into this little groove that we cut earlier. Initially, I wanted to go with 4 dividers, but then I decided different and only went with 3, giving me 4 boxes. And this is the finished design. I will spray paint the MDF back panel, but before I applied some sanding sealer to get a smooth finish. I let the sealer dry and then came back with 320 grit sandpaper and sanded it smooth. Then I applied a few layers of spray paint. And you already know it's very important to shake the spray paint before you use it. Really good, like really good. Just like a shake weight. It's also great for another workout in the workshop. Let's fast forward this. I'm definitely guilty of being one of those people that just puts too thick of a layer on. Every time I have to hold myself back and wait for a thinner layer to dry before I apply the next. And I mess it up most of the time. So be smarter, apply many thin layers instead of a thick one. For the frame, I'm just using a standard semi-gloss furniture paint in white. I let it dry before putting on a second coat. And now it's time for the big guns. I haven't used my CNC machine in a while, so it's really time to fire that thing back up. And it's just as shitty as it was before. I'm really doing replacing this machine. I've had it for so many years. I've aligned it multiple times. I run through any troubleshooting and it's still cutting thinner and thicker letters. And yeah, as I said, it's just all over the place. It's time to replace it. But I guess it's still doing a decent enough job for this project. The pins I got from Amazon. Like always, all the products I'm using are linked in the description below. Go check them out. I do get a small commission if you decide to buy the products or any other products completely different within a few hours of you clicking the Amazon link at no cost to you. This helps me cover part of the cost of the videos I'm making. So if you like to support the channel at no cost to you, this is the way. Here I'm attaching the bottle opener. Always make sure you pre-drill before you insert the screws. The frame I assembled with wood glue and my brad nailer. Now you might notice that I did not insert the plexiglass just yet. Well, you should. I just forgot, and I will notice at a later point. The back panel are secured with wood glue and brad nails as well. About now it's when I noticed my mistake, and I was hoping that this plexiglass is extra flexy. I often make silly mistakes, but I have no shame in showing it, so you can do better and not forget about silly things that can ruin a whole project. Luckily, I was able to flex it enough to get it in place. Once the crisis was avoided, I glued on the dividers with the help of a ruler to make sure to have even spacing. I also added some magnets that will help catch the lid in the end. And we are fertig! Besides my trouble with the CNC and my mistake during the build of the project, it came together quite nicely. What do you think? Would you build one of those? As for me, I can wait to use this game. If you like my video, please like, comment and subscribe if you have not done so. If you like, please join me on my Patreon for more content. Take a shot. See you next Friday. Tschüss!